Hey, welcome back everyone. We're gonna go over our two trades for today. As you can see, I'm in a different area. I recently moved, so I'm really grateful. It's a little bit smaller space, but I honestly don't mind. I'm still with a loving family, and that's all I can ask for. So to start, we're gonna go off with our trade. First trade of the day, BTAI. BTAI was already up on the day. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, is this something I can really trade? And I'm looking at this at 10 seconds and 1 minute chart. I'm looking at this both, not just 10 seconds. You have to look at a bigger picture. And also 5 minute chart, minute chart. I will like try to glance at it from like a bigger lens. So I can see from here that it's already been popped up since earlier in the morning and kind of sold off, but 4 a.m. hits and immediately this news comes out with their drug. So there's some positive comments for their drug. So when it comes up, I'm waiting for this to go up VWAP first. That's my first step. If I'm going to be trading a VWAP breakout, I need to make sure that's not just going to, let's say, mountain up, peak and then just dump. Usually, I want to wait till there's confirmation that this will squeeze up higher than that, but also be looking at previous levels of resistance and psychological resistance, like the dollar and half dollar. So I would say from here, the resistance around $7. It didn't really hold anything over 7 from here. You can see it just popped up and sold off. So what I was looking for as this was coming up, I waited till this broke out, then it popped up, pulled down. I got in for 698. So 698, and then I sell off on this pull. I sell on the way up for $21 to $20. Just need to base it. I'm not looking for anything crazy. This was just to break the ice. So the next stock, SNGX. Actually, no, not SNGX. Here's what I'm going to show. I'm going to show my fill times. Look at my fill times and look at everything. SNGX. Yeah, there we go. And this is my profit for the day. And I'll talk about this in a little bit. I have a something I want to say about that, but save it for the end of the video. SNGX. Okay, so SNGX was next on the scanner. This was around 4:30 in the morning. Well, why did it come up? Well, let's see. So we'll go here. What I'm seeing is that they got some really good study results from their phase 2. It's a lower price stock. $4. It was under $4 at the time I was trading, and I think the VWAP, 200 EMA. I believe this was around $8. No, this was already pretty low. From right here, yeah, 293. So I was like, I don't know. Let's see if this can hold. It didn't go back to the 200 moving average at the end of the day, as you can see here. We'll jump into a bigger screen right over here. All right, cool. That's better. All right, so I took my trades pretty well. So I was patient. I didn't trade here. I waited for the pullback. The proper pullback was right when it hits the VWAP. And for the support, I punch in 200, 300, 400 shares. I filled in a little bit high in my last 100 share position, but on my 300 shares, I was under this VWAP, which is good. I want a dip, and I sold off for a profit for 28 cents. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I sold off around this area. I didn't want to keep holding. On the 10 second, I was like, okay, it's already pretty high up, and I wanted to take my profits. I was already up on the day, at least 2x my daily goal. And I was like, you know what, I'll take that. I'm not going to get greedy. 28 cents. I'm looking for 20 cents. If I can get 500 shares on 20 cents, that's $100. So this is $400. 400 shares worth of 28 cents. So it was a pretty good profit. All right, so I got about, I believe, 113 off that trade. So that was honestly pretty quick. So take a look here. I'm going to show you let me just full screen this. There we go. Fit the screen. Good. So you can see where I show average fill prices. So this is where I got filled in for BTI. 698, sold at 719. So it's pretty good. About 20 cents. 21-ish. Just under 21. SNGX, 348. I got out 376. And that puts me at profit $433 on the day. So for those of you guys that think that I'm, copying Ross, or I'm, just, I don't know. If you look at my previous video, someone commented, I don't know, I think they're pretty ignorant. They're just assuming, I don't know, it's just hating. But yeah, I'm going to show this. These are my fills. You can see where I got in, where I got out. And yeah, I'm honestly pretty proud. Today was pretty chill. I'm glad I didn't struggle today. I felt pretty calm. I felt the patience was the right thing. The icebreaker was really good. That got me prepped. $20 of an icebreaker. That's all I asked for. Kind of puts me almost about 40% ish to the daily goal. So today I made 2x, almost 3x my daily goal, and that's really good. I'm proud of myself for that. We'll hope tomorrow's on a good day. $600 up on the month. Pretty proud of myself for that. And yeah, my account's slowly growing. So pretty tired right now. Just came back from work, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. The really brief breakdown. Patience is the key. I'm glad I didn't rush into this trade. I felt that this could have gone higher. It can always go either way, but the best way for me, I feel, to trade now is just being patient, waiting for that pullback. Because if I had bought up here 388 and I had waited to sell it around 396, that wouldn't have been 20 cents of profit. I would have really shorted myself out of profits. If anything, if I bought here, I'm stopping myself out here. I'm already at a 40-cent loss, 50-cent loss almost. So the entries have to be exact and precise, and that's what I'm glad I'm properly just waiting and I'm being patient. I'm not just hitting buy, sell. I'm actually thinking, okay, this is a good spot to buy. I'm also using level 2, in conjunction with my trades. This is only one half of what I'm using to trade. Obviously, I'm using the MACD, making sure the volume's steadily increasing. All right, hope you guys have a good day. See you guys.